Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at how you should be arranging your beats in 2021. So if you're ready, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so in the last episode we actually went ahead and made this beat, so if you want to check that one out first, I'll go ahead and link it at the top of this video. You can see how we got to this point right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take all the MIDI that we created and we're going to drag it out, and then we're going to start arranging this. Alright, so we got everything pulled out now, and we're going to go ahead and start arranging this. And for this setup that we're going to be doing 8 bars for the chorus and then 24 bars for the verse. Now you could alternate that and you could do 32 bars for the verse as well, but a lot of trap songs these days are shorter than they used to be because people's attention spans got smaller, and if you have a shorter beat or you have a shorter song, you're more willing to listen to it over and over again versus just one time. So just know that you can always switch it up and add another chunk to the drop if you wanted to make it longer for a certain artist, but this is the type of setup that you're going to be hearing most of the time in 2021. So let's take a look at how we're going to do this. First, I'm going to build out a quick little intro, and I have this nice bass that's going to come in for the chorus part, but I'm just going to have it come in on the second part right here. So let's go ahead and start listening to what this is going to sound like. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out, or we're going to duplicate this 3 times instead of 4. So this is where you could do it 4 times if you wanted to do it, but we're just going to go for the 3 right now. And for the first one, let's go ahead and make sure our clap is turned on. For this first part, since this is like a Detroit style beat, I'm going to have the clap play by itself and then have the snare come in afterwards. And then we're going to take the clap out for there. I was going to layer it before, but I changed my mind, and now we're just going to go ahead and leave it like this. And then we can go ahead and decide if we want any of these other drums to play the full way through. I think what we'll do is we'll have the perk come in here, and we might take out the open hi-hat here. We'll see how that sounds. And then let's see. I'll probably have the kick come in on the first 2 here, and on the third one, probably take away the kick. And then the next thing that I want to do is kind of change up the melodies a little bit along the way as well. So when it first drops in, I kind of want to have just the piano playing because that's like the main part of this. So we'll just have the piano come in by itself. And then what we'll do is we'll add everything together, and then we can have maybe just the piano and the pad playing in this part of it right here. Actually, you know what? Let's do the piano and the flute because I think that's going to sound pretty cool. So we'll do that. We'll take out the pad for this section. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into another chorus. But for this time, we are going to drag this bass back out all the way. And then we'll have it play all the way through, kind of like that right there. So another thing that I like to do is on this second part of the drop right here, I'm going to since all of these instruments are coming back in, the melody's coming back in full, pretty much except for that bass, we're going to chop out everything for just a little while and let that play by itself. So I'm thinking it's going to be this much, but we're going to listen back to it to make sure this is enough. We might have to double that up just in case it's not long enough, but let's take a quick listen. What I'm going to do is actually have the hi-hat come in a little bit earlier. So I'll bring this hi-hat in, maybe just like a couple notes just like this. Actually, we'll have just this part right here come in first, and then everything else is going to come in and follow right after. One other thing I want to do right before the drop is go ahead and bring out some of these instruments. So I'll bring out this last set of the bass stabs right here. And we're probably going to leave everything except for this main piano right here. Or the only thing we're going to leave is that main piano part. So we're going to go ahead and take everything out right here before it. And then we're also going to do that for this part over here. And the next part, what we're going to be doing is just adding a couple transitions, and we're going to throw the vocal tag in there just to kind of spice it up and finish this off. I think what we're going to do is actually pull everything back just a little bit more here. I think that's going to sound better for us. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So we'll go ahead and do that to this end part too. So you'll just need to make sure things sound appropriate. You might have to pull back a little bit further or a little bit faster. It's all going to be dependent on the feel that you get from your beat. So you're going to have to put this towards your taste and what you think sounds the best. And just repetition and doing this over and over again, you're going to get better at it. And you're going to know right away how long it needs to be or how short it needs to be. So now we can go ahead and throw my tag in here really quick.
Fearless, run it up.
Cool, so that sounds pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to find a transition that we can use to go right here and also right here. So we're going to be using this one, and I'm going to put this over here first. I'm just going to kind of line it up right here. Boom. And then we're actually going to use the same one, and what we're going to do is we're going to reverse it over here. It sounds better to reverse it here because we're losing all of the percussion and drums right here. So this sounds better when it's reversed over here. That's why I like to do it this way. And then we're definitely going to turn the volume down to like -16 on this. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is actually we're going to switch it out to what I was initially thinking, and we're going to go ahead and put this pad in instead of the flute on this part. So we're going to take the flute out. The flute's going to kind of be something special that only comes in every once in a while. And then we're going to add in one more transition before the initial drop right here. And that should pretty much wrap things up. Alright, we're going to use this reverse kick right here. And we're just going to chop off this little bit of the actual kick where it first initially hits. Call it good. Alright, so now let's listen to this beat and see how it's sounding.
Fearless, run it up.
Boom, and it's really that simple. Then all you gotta do is copy this over a couple times, however long you want it to be. So you probably want to do this twice for this kind of a format. And then it's right around 2.5 minutes, depending on what BPM you're gonna be at. And then you can just make sure that all of these copied over correctly. As you can see, it didn't really do it right, so we'll just do that. And then all of our other transitions are good, so you're good to go. And then you got a full length beat. And then what I usually do for the very end is I'll let all these play all the way to the end. And maybe even like play the piano one extra time out here just so it goes out. And bam, you got a full beat from scratch. Alright guys, so that is how you arrange a beat in 2021. So I hope you guys liked that one, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because we're uploading videos every single day that you're not going to want to miss out on. And besides that, I'll be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out, gang.